This is Pastor Kenneth Glasgow of the Ordinary People Society. And if you really want to know what's happening in the dot, then you need to tune in to Talk of the Dot every Saturday. Otherwise, you'll be uninformed. And every Saturday, we'll be coming to you with the message. Be there. Don't meet us there. Beat us there. Talk of the Dot. How you doing? I'm Pastor Kenneth Glasgow. And I just want to express that it's time for unity. I went to the city council meeting today. I asked the mayor for him to be the mayor of the city. And a biblical scripture came to me where the mayor of the city or the person of the city, the governor of the city would ask all the pastors and the preachers and the priests to come together. So I asked the mayor to do that because it's time for unity. We seem to be going through a big deficit in our children. Not in the recession, not in finances. I'm not talking about the economy right now. I'm not even talking about unemployment. I'm talking about our children. So we have my mother that's doing the Mama Tina's Adopt a Child. TOPS is sponsoring it. Mama Tina is doing it. And we need you to participate in it. I'm Pastor Glasgow, y'all already know. I'm a pastor that get out there and get really involved and really dirty in the streets. Strictly grassroots. We have got a lot of things covered, a lot of things done as far as restoring the family, restoring people, and restoring people's lives. One of the things that we're greatly known for is expelling voters' rights. We're the first ones. We made Alabama the first state in the country where ex-felons could actually vote from prison. These are people who only have drug possession or felony DUI, not people who have committed a crime that involve any kind of violence or any kind of victim, but people who have strictly possession, strictly DUIs that are in prison that can still vote by non-moral turpitude. And what we're doing now in the city of Dothan is we're bringing together the youth. The youth are our future. A lot of people look at generational curses, but I, for one, feel like if there's a curse, then there's also, that's the negative, but there's also the positive. So we should make some generational blessings. And the Bible shows that each generation would set up for the next generation. So what we have to do is come together and set up for the generation to come. This is why we ask you to adopt a child. And that's for the children. Adopt them so that you can keep them in school. You could monitor them through each grade that they're in. Monitor their going out, their coming in. And then we have what is called the Prodigal Child Project. The Prodigal Child is a child such as myself. A person that had went along the wrong road, was out there living a riotous life or a bad life, may have even caught felonies or gotten in trouble, may have even been in prison or on drugs. But if you're a real productive citizen, and it says in the Bible that every seed produces of its own kind. So if you're a productive citizen, it don't matter to me if you got a good house, a good car, a good job. That don't make a productive citizen to me. What makes a productive citizen to me is a person that produces of his own kind. And if you really want public safety, if you really want to create harm reduction and restore family values, community values in the city of Dothan and Alabama and then the region and the southern region of the nation, then you will start producing citizens that are coming out such as yourself. You will start mentoring. You will start being the person that shows a person how to live life on life terms. I can assure you that people who have been in different situations, they want you to come help them. They want you to come talk to them. And you act like you're afraid of them, but they want that help. They need that security and that support, that someone is there to reach out to them. Look at the father. He reached out to that son. He gave him a coat to cover him. Are you willing to cover somebody? Are you willing to be a humane being instead of just a human being and do something humane for people? Are you willing to give them some shoes, which is direction? Give them direction on where to go. Are you willing to put a ring on his finger, which is, guess what? Citizenship. When a person gets their voting rights, it's not because they just actually could vote or could join the political process, but it's because they have these civil rights and their citizenship. Paul talked about the citizenship. And once a person has it, I wore it around my neck when I first got it like a badge of honor, that now I'm considered a citizen. So now I'm going to start to think like a citizen, and when my mind starts to change, I will eventually do what? Act like a citizen. That's the Prodigal Child Project. So we got two projects going on now. That's the Adopt a Child, those that are in school, and then the Prodigal Child Project. And if you could be the father of the prodigal child, the mother of the prodigal child, sister, brother, or the child of the prodigal child. But it's up to you. If you really want public safety, then create it on your own by helping somebody else who's been less fortunate than you. Give back and be the productive citizen that you claim yourself to be. It's Pastor Glasgow, and I'm going to come to you like it is. I want you to understand that we're addressing some different things now. Even in the city, there's an ordinance that I address even up as of today that says that ex-felons must register. Some of the police, some of the people I've talked to, even probation, nobody knew nothing about this. These are things that we need to go back on the books and change so it make it easier for people to live life on life terms. They're coming up with an economic summit for the city of Dover. They're coming up with all kinds of different plans for us to do good. But when are we going to put those programs and plans and all into action and become participators of our own restoration? If you really want to restore yourself, really want to restore your family, really want to restore your community, your region, and your nation, then somebody say restore. Restore somebody.